Hello guys, today we will be discussing a basic business law concept that I think a lot of companies should know about. These are worker labor rights. So what are worker labor rights? These are legal protections placed on employees and workers to ensure that they get a fair treatment in their workplace. These are rights that allow them to get fair wages, fair working hours, safe and healthy working conditions, non-discrimination, etc. So throughout the video, we'll be explaining what each of these means and how it is applied in the real world. So fair wages and working hours basically just means that they have the right to minimum wage. They have limitations on overtime hours so they don't get burnt out, and they get breaks throughout the workday. Safe and healthy working conditions basically just means that employers have the responsibility to give employees a safe workplace free from danger to ensure worker safety throughout proper training, equipment, etc. Worker labor rights also gives employees the right to join unions or other worker organizations to collectively bargain for better wages, better benefits, better working conditions, etc. As the name says, non-discrimination, workers should not be discriminated against race, gender, religion, age, disability, etc. So they deserve equal opportunity like everyone else for their employment and their advancement. And lastly, leave just means that employees have the right, depending on the location of where they work, they have the right to take leave for things like family emergencies, illnesses, maternity leaves, like when a woman is pregnant, paternity leaves for other reasons, etc. These are just some of the basic worker rights that the International Labor Organization considers to be fundamental principles for all countries. So how are these rights applied in practice? Well, enforcement typically happens through a combination of regulations and laws. So these laws are seen by the government and are conducted in workplaces to investigate what is good for the employee. It's also important to note that worker labor rights actually vary depending on the country or region that you are working in. So while some countries have stronger worker protections, others may have weaker regulations or limited enforcement. So yeah, now that we've discussed all worker labor rights and what these entail, I think it's easier to understand how companies manage their employees and allow them to have a safe environment to work in to thrive in their job. I think, however, some companies are not the best at following these regulations and laws, so I think this is why it's important for job applicants to always check their contract and voice their concerns and rights. So yeah, I think that's it, and now you're able to know all about worker labor rights.